Did you know that out of every 10 men who cross the age of 60, as many as 8 are carrying a hidden ticking time bomb for their health? They wake up multiple times at night to use the bathroom, suffer from chronic insomnia, lose energy, and gradually lose confidence in themselves. But the scariest part is, most of them believe it's just a normal part of aging. The truth is, it's not. And if you're in your 60s, or if you have a father, grandfather, or husband at this age, what I'm about to share could completely transform their quality of life for years to come. Hello, my name is Dr. Samra Tarajic, a urologist with over 20 years of experience. I've dedicated my entire career to helping thousands of men overcome problems related to the prostate, a small gland, only about the size of a walnut. Yet it plays a huge role in health, comfort, and even family happiness. In this video, I'll reveal to you 5 simple habits, completely natural, cost-free, and scientifically proven that can protect and even restore prostate health. One of these habits may surprise you, maybe even make you blush, but I guarantee it will change the way you think about aging. If you want to stay healthy, confident, and full of energy well into your 70s and 80s, watch this video until the very end. Because sometimes, the difference between a powerless old age and a free, vibrant one comes down to the small habits you choose to start today. Let's start with the very first habit, the way you drink water every day. Many people think that as long as they drink enough water, they're fine. But for men over 60, it's not that simple. As the body ages, the feeling of thirst becomes weaker. This causes many men to drink only when they already feel thirsty, which means the body is already dehydrated. When that happens, urine becomes too concentrated, filled with acids and waste products. And that very concentrated stream of urine irritates the bladder, causes inflammation, and puts constant pressure on the prostate. This is also why so many men experience nighttime urination, waking up multiple times, having their sleep fragmented, and feeling exhausted in the morning. A study published in the journal Urology followed more than 2,000 men over 60 and found that those who spread out their water intake during the day and cut back in the evening reduced their nighttime bathroom trips by as much as 41%. In other words, simply by changing the way you drink water, you can sleep better, keep your prostate less irritated, and help your body cleanse itself more gently. So, think of drinking water as a natural prescription. Drink consistently from morning until early afternoon, don't load it all up at night. Aim for about 6 to 8 glasses a day, depending on your body and activity level. And after 6 p.m., gradually cut back so your bladder has time to rest. It's a small change, but if you stick with it, it will make a noticeable difference. You'll wake up less during the night, sleep more deeply, and most importantly, take some daily burden off your prostate. So, as we can see, sometimes something as simple as the way you drink water can become a natural remedy for the prostate. But that's only the beginning. The second habit I'm about to share is even simpler. You don't need a gym, you don't need expensive equipment. All you need are your own 2 feet. And I promise, it will surprise you. The second habit is walking after meals. Sounds almost too simple, right? But it's in that very simplicity that lies a power most people never expect. Just a light, 15-minute walk after lunch or dinner can make a noticeable difference. A study from the University of São Paulo Medical School showed that older men who maintained a habit of walking after meals had up to a 35% lower risk of developing severe prostate enlargement symptoms compared to those who were mostly sedentary. Why is that? When you walk after eating, blood circulates better through the pelvic region, delivering oxygen and nutrients to the prostate. At the same time, walking helps stabilize blood sugar levels, something that's extremely important because insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes are directly linked to prostate issues. On top of that, light activity like walking helps reduce markers of inflammation in the body. Indicators such as CRP and IL-6, which are often elevated in men with prostate inflammation, drop significantly when regular movement is maintained. In other words, a short walk after meals acts like a free medicine for your prostate and for your entire body. The best part is you don't need a gym, you don't need to run, you don't even need to push yourself hard. Just a relaxed walk, indoors or outdoors, as long as you do it consistently. It's a small investment with huge rewards, not only protecting your prostate, but also strengthening your heart, improving sleep, and lifting your mood. So with nothing more than your own 2 feet and a few minutes each day, you can actively prevent many of the problems that come with aging. And now, get ready for the third habit, a habit once considered too sensitive to talk about, one that many men still feel embarrassed to mention. But in reality, it is one of the most natural and effective ways to keep your prostate healthy. The third habit may surprise many people, maintaining a healthy sex life and regular ejaculation even into your 60s and 70s. In medicine, this is not something shameful or worrisome. On the contrary, it is one of the most natural and effective ways to protect prostate health. A large-scale Harvard University study, which followed more than 30,000 men over the course of 18 years, found that those who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to men who were less sexually active. Why is that? Each ejaculation acts like a cleansing process for the prostate. It flushes out stagnant fluids, dead cells, and inflammatory proteins. If these substances accumulate over time, they can cause blockages, irritation, and increase the risk of disease. In addition, sexual activity improves blood flow to the pelvic region, relaxes the muscles surrounding the prostate, balances hormones, and most importantly, reduces stress. We all know that stress and elevated cortisol levels can fuel chronic inflammation. That's why sex is not only a source of pleasure and intimacy, but also a natural therapy for keeping the prostate healthy. Still, many older men remain hesitant when it comes to this topic. Some feel embarrassed, while others think aging is a reason to stop altogether. But the truth is, you are never too old to take care of your sexual health. And if you have concerns, whether physical, emotional, or within your relationship, talk to your doctor. We are here to support you, not to judge. Remember, regular sexual activity doesn't just help protect your prostate, it also elevates your mood, improves your sleep, and makes you feel younger. It's a natural gift your body gives you. Don't let it go to waste. And now, let's move on to the fourth habit, one that's directly tied to what you put on your plate every single day. You could say that the food on your dinner table is quietly shaping your prostate health for years to come. The fourth habit is nutrition. What you put into your body every day has far more power than you might think. Food isn't just about filling your stomach. It can be either medicine or poison for your prostate. One of the most researched compounds for prostate health is lycopene, found abundantly in tomatoes, watermelon, and guava. When tomatoes are cooked with olive oil, lycopene becomes even more absorbable. Studies have shown that men who eat cooked tomatoes at least twice a week have up to a 28% lower risk of prostate cancer. Another essential nutrient is zinc, a mineral found in high amounts in pumpkin seeds, seafood, and various nuts. Zinc helps balance testosterone, supports vital enzyme reactions, and keeps the prostate structure stable. Without enough zinc, the prostate becomes much more vulnerable to weakness and dysfunction. Don't overlook cruciferous vegetables either, such as broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts. These contain sulforaphane, a compound that activates the body's natural detoxification process while protecting DNA from damage, a factor directly linked to cancer risk. So, the ideal plate for a healthy prostate should be colorful and diverse. Rich in leafy greens, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, and plenty of antioxidants. Think of every meal as a proactive step toward lifelong health, rather than waiting for disease to show up before taking action. You don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Simply adding a serving of cooked tomatoes, a handful of pumpkin seeds, or a colorful plate of vegetables each day means you're already moving in the right direction. Small choices today accumulate into lasting health tomorrow. And now, let's move on to the final habit, one that many people underestimate, yet it has a profound effect on the entire body, including the prostate. That habit is sleep. The last habit, and also the one most often overlooked, is sleep. We often think of sleep as just a time to rest, but in reality, deep and sufficient sleep is a powerful form of restorative therapy for the prostate as well as the entire body. When you don't get enough sleep, your hormones fall out of balance. Anti-inflammatory and tissue-repairing hormones like melatonin and growth hormone decrease. The result is higher levels of chronic inflammation, a weakened immune system, and a prostate that becomes more vulnerable. In fact, a study published in Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers, EC, Prevention found that men who frequently suffer from insomnia have twice the risk of developing advanced prostate cancer compared to those who sleep well. Quality sleep is also directly tied to stable testosterone levels, balanced metabolism, and clear daytime focus. On the flip side, chronic sleep deprivation doesn't just leave you tired and irritable, it also worsens nighttime urination, drains your energy, and negatively impacts your sex life. So how can you improve your sleep? First, aim for 7 to 8 hours of rest each night. Sleep in a dark, quiet, and cool room. Avoid caffeine after the afternoon hours. Cut down on screen time from phones and TVs at least an hour before bed. And most importantly, maintain a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends. Remember, sleep is not a luxury. It is the foundation that allows your body to heal, keeps your prostate healthy, reduces inflammation, balances hormones, and protects you from serious disease. The 5 habits: drinking water wisely, walking after meals, maintaining sexual activity, eating a prostate-friendly diet, and getting enough sleep may sound simple, but it is precisely their simplicity that holds the key to a healthier, more confident, and more energetic life as you age. You don't need to wait until symptoms appear to start making changes. Act now, because the small decisions you make every day will shape your health and quality of life for years to come. And if you have a father, a grandfather, or any man you love who is already in his 60s, share this with them. Don't let silence turn into regret. Because prostate health isn't just about living longer, it's about living fully and enjoying the best years still ahead. So, we've now gone through 5 simple, yet incredibly powerful habits. They aren't distant or expensive treatments, they're things you can start doing today. Drinking water the right way, moving your body gently, maintaining a healthy sex life, eating wisely, and getting enough sleep. In over 20 years of practice, I've seen firsthand how men who choose to take action early experience a very different kind of aging. They hold on to their confidence, their independence, and their joy in life even into their 70s and 80s. They don't wait for pain, discomfort, or complications to force them into change. They act proactively, and that very choice gives them a healthier, more fulfilling life. Now, you have that same opportunity. Start with the smallest steps. And if you love a man over 60, whether it's your father, your grandfather, your husband, or a close friend, don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with them. Because sometimes, the conversations that seem small today can be what gives them many more years of health and freedom tomorrow. Prostate health isn't just about longevity. It's about quality of life, about joy, confidence, and the happiness of your family. Remember, often the best medicine is the small decisions you make each day. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Stay proactive, take care of your health, and believe that the best years are still ahead of you if you start nurturing them today.